Now I'd like to ask you a few questions about what brought you here to White River Junction.
So I, many years ago, had a store in another town, and then for a period of time I was doing wholesale all around the country. And I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago that White River was just really starting to boom. And I wanted to reach more local people, and so I waited and waited, and this space became available, and I jumped on it.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. We're noticing that too, and we just love how the community is progressing so much with all the local businesses, especially run by women. What are your thoughts on that?
So I think it's amazing. I have never been in a community before where so many people were so supportive. So we do a lot of collaborations around the holidays, but in general, all of the different businesses really promote and recommend the other local businesses within White River, which is awesome.
I mean, I think one of the strengths of being a women-run business is that I think we've served as sort of a like a bellwether for there's so many women-run businesses that have opened in downtown White River Junction, and it feels like we've been able to sort of establish this genuine sense of care for the community. And I don't think any of us are just like only focused on the bottom line and a net profit. It's about, you know, how can we contribute to, like, literally just being open 7 days a week to me is like a community service. Like, we don't need to do that in terms of our profit margin. We could easily be open 5 days a week and have a sustainable business model. But there are people visiting our town, and we want to have places for them to go. So I think the fact that we care about the community is a strength of being a women. I mean, not that you know, male identifying business owners don't care about the community, but I do think that sort of just general nurturing of our community is a very feminine trait.
Yeah.
My name is Elena Taylor. I am one of two owners of Jewel. I am the EL in Jewel, so Julie is my business partner. And we started Jewel almost 4 years ago. And here we are in our space. We made it through a tough couple of years. It is a tough business to begin with. The food business has very, very thin margins, so you don't set out to make a whole lot of money. Then we add the layer of us being over 90% organic, which sort of further cuts those margins a little bit. And then you add a pandemic and rising food prices, and it kind of it's definitely been a challenging couple of years for sure. But Julie and I, even in the tough times, know that what we're doing is what we want to be doing. What brought me to starting our business in White River Junction? Both Julie and I grew up around here. Both Julie and I wanted to get the heck out of here and not come back, but we both ended up coming back to the Upper Valley. And when we sort of saw what was happening in White River, the renaissance, if you will, of White River downtown, we knew that this was a place that we wanted to start a business. Really understand quite how many women-owned businesses there were in White River, but I'm so proud and honored to be a part of this little community because I believe there are more women-owned businesses than men in this area, between the yoga studio and Kim and even, you know, Tucker Box is co-owned by a woman, so the flower shop. We're so grateful to be here with all of them. It is a very, very special community, and we've all sort of shared stories and of successes and hardships throughout the last couple of years, and that has really helped, I think really helped us all kind of survive and get through it, even within ourselves, knowing that there were a lot of challenges. So.
I have been a business owner for a year and a half. This is a COVID project. There's a lot of collaboration, a lot of communication between the businesses, and I think some of that does attribute to it being a lot of women-owned businesses. There's a lot of vibrancy around here. Also, not just from the women's businesses, but from the arts, and also from our, there's a large LGBTQ community. One of my greatest challenges having a women-owned business, particularly in the outdoor recreational field, is that people don't look to me for advice or to answer questions. Often people will walk in and they'll see me standing behind the desk, but they'll like finding a dad helping their kid put on ice skates, and they'll ask that person for help, fitting skis or something, instead of just asking the woman that's right there to help you. It is difficult, but my fiance, he occasionally is in here, and he often gets questions directed at him instead of myself, and he's always very quick to let people, when people say, oh, it's such a great shop you have, he's very quick to say, oh, it's actually, Bridget's store, and this is Bridget's idea. But at the same time, when he's in here, it's like so helpful, because all of a sudden there's somebody here that people are comfortable asking all their questions to and really believe their answers, and so it is helpful to have a man with me still.
Yeah.
I think the women have always been an intricate part of keeping the community together, right? They used to maybe say that women were gossipy, but women aren't gossipy. They just like to keep everybody involved. They want to make sure everybody knows what's going on so that they can make the best choices for themselves. And, having that open communication, I think, is vital to making sure that we're working together and everybody's taking care of each other.